welcome to the Dietitian Against Diets podcast. As you see, the background is a little bit different today as we're doing everything virtually in light of what's going on with the epidemic. I'm going to introduce you to my guest today. His name is Dr. Miles. He is an internal medicine and infectious disease specialist doctor. Great conversation. He's going to tell us a lot about some of the things when it comes to how we can have more precautions with the particular situation with the COVID-19 that's happening. So it's going to be a great podcast. Before moving forward, I want to give acknowledgement to one of my biggest partners in helping this podcast be a part of programming, and that's Midwest Dairy. Advocating for their Undeniably Dairy campaign, where they're helping the community, helping you all understand the importance of why dairy is there. So one of the biggest questions is dairy healthy? And obviously as a dietitian, I can vouch for that. But understanding when just one glass of milk, you're getting 9 essential nutrients that is going to help for your body as far as building your body, as far as building your bones, and all the important things that you're going to need just to kind of thrive in life. Some of the milk facts, I want to take a closer look at some of the nutrients that you are getting. So we know that protein is a component of drinking your milk, and it's good for your body as far as building your immunity system and building your muscles. Consider what vitamin D and what calcium and what phosphorus does. That's particularly helpful with your bones, whether it's your teeth, and just help to build them to be stronger. Vitamin A is good for your skin and it's good for your eyes. And B12, we all know B12 is great for our functioning, for our neurological functioning, and also for blood formation. So in these times, when no matter if it's strawberry milk, chocolate milk, skim milk, whole fat milk, they're all still going to come with these 9 essential nutrients that your body needs. So I want to encourage you guys to continue to bring in dairy as a major part of your life and as your daily regimen.
Well, hello and welcome. This is Prashanta Thornton, the Dietitian Against Diets podcast show. I have 2 great guests with me. They're not only guests, but they're really good friends. I met them, let's say, maybe 6 months ago last year, as I was getting ready to have my book signing release event. I was looking for a charity organization that really fit with who I am and what I do as a dietitian, which is the wellness and nutrition realm. And they were a perfect match. They have a company called Fit and Food Connections. And I will talk more about their company because they're more steered towards wellness, but also creating empowerment for their participants. So without any hesitation, we teamed up, we partnered, and we were able to have a great event, bring good people around and good food, and really be able to bring some benefits to their organization. The 2 co-founders who I have with me today, their name is Joy Millner and Gabrielle Cole. Hi, Gabby, and hi, Joy.
Hi, Rashonda.
Hello, ladies. And before I let them give more insight on who they are, I want you guys to know just some of the things I know about them and what the organization stands for. So this particular company is a nonprofit organization in St. Louis. There's not anyone like it that I know of. It's all about providing a combination of healthy living, resources through food assistance, physical education, physical fitness, and nutrition. So that's food and that's fitness coming together for particularly low-income residents here in St. Louis. Gabby is more on the fitness realm of it, and I'm sorry, Joy is more on the fitness wellness realm of it, and Gabby hosts a branch of more. I call her, she's the garden girl. She's the one to make sure that the food accessibility is something that the participants get. Was that a good way of describing?
That's impressive.
Great.
That was beautiful.
Yes, that's how I look at it. And actually, Joy, I found a little bit about you. You got your degree in marketing, so that's kind of where you also do a lot of the marketing pieces. You're bringing on the volunteers, and you went to UT in Texas.
I did. I was at Longhorn. I was.
Yes, that was nice. I was like,
yes.
We got a Texan over here.
Started in
made me smile.
It's been there in my heart. But realized I had a much bigger calling, which was wellness, than marketing. So switched careers, but I still always have marketing in my bones for sure.
Yeah. And I think that to me, when I look at the different skill sets you both bring on, it makes sense. Because Gabby, you have a master's in non-profit organization. managing
Yep.
that, and you're also working on your PhD. So I mean, I just think that
I
somehow, some
am.
way, you guys cross paths. And I think of the, remember Love Connection?
Oh,
This to me was like a love connection in regards to wellness when it comes to nutrition and food. And so, whoever wants to give me this story, I would love to know, like, how did you ladies both come together in building this organization that has really, it's been around since what, 2015, but it's already has grown exponentially since the day it was created.
that's so true. Gabby, do you want to go into that?
No, I will let Joy tell this story, but because it's her favorite story, and I just think she tells it so much better than I. But I do want to say that you are absolutely right. Joy and I are like a married couple. She is my wife at work, I swear. So
It is.
definitely,
And opposites
yin
attract.
and yang, opposites attract for sure.
Yeah.
To come together. So I'll let Joy tell that story, but it's a really cool one.
So basically, 7, 8 years ago, called myself Living Joyfully. I was going out knocking on doors in North St. Louis, low income neighborhoods, finding people that I could mentor through wellness. I started at an early childhood center with some moms of some young kids and started developing a following there. And one day I was sitting having breakfast at a restaurant, writing a workout for somebody, which I always seem to do. And the manager of the restaurant said, "What are you doing?" And I kind of told her about it. I told her about my little thing called Living Joyfully. And she's like, "There's really somebody I think you need to meet." She said, "I volunteer for a woman who's not running a nonprofit either. She's just doing it on her own like I was. And it's called The Food Place. And she's delivering food through North City and doing all these amazing things. And you two just seem like you need to connect." So me being the hyper happy person that I am, I just stalked this woman one day and blew up her phone and said, "You don't know me, but I think we need to meet." This was probably in 2014, 2013. And she thought I
Yeah.
was crazy. But long story short, we met and we just realized we were onto something wonderful. She was this passionate woman from North City that grew up and was trying to give back to the neighborhoods where she grew up. And I am the wellness fitness person. And we decided to work together, form a nonprofit, and take a go at our passions and working together, having no earthly idea we would be here. But it's been a great journey.
Yeah. And so, Gabby, I mean, first of all, Joy, thanks for like just giving us a short synopsis, because I know it's so many more pieces to that, but they gave us an overview of just kind of how it happened, you know? And, Gabby, I know that this is like St. Louis, this is your roots, I know like
Yep.
a part of your mission as to why even creating the food place was important to you, and just kind of
Mhm.
enfolding it into Fit and Food Connection. Like, I guess what pulled your strings in regards to like how you felt this was going to be a way to make a difference. Did you hear me? Gabby, not Gabby, Joy, can you hear me?
I heard that. Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
And I'm happy to
okay.
answer it. We don't know where our partner is. Um,
Yeah. Well, maybe
but
maybe you can answer, because I'm sure you guys
yeah.
had that conversation several times.
So basically, it was amazing that we were both kind of drawn to making a difference before we started the nonprofit. And Gabby's in the social work field, so she always had this incredible calling to help people through social work. She ended up doing it through food. And when we got together, we basically said to ourselves, we're both from St. Louis. We grew up in St. Louis. How can we take this whole fitness side and this food side and bring them together? And when we really looked at it, my strengths of the fitness side and of the nutrition, and her side of the garden and wanting to grow food, and then her concept of delivering food turned into our program of our healthy food pantry delivery. So basically taking our two different strengths and passions came together in what really ended up being something extremely unified. And
Okay.
Rashonda, just like what teaching people that it's not just exercise, it's not just nutrition, it's all about positive thinking and how you sleep and how important it is to de-stress and breathe deeply and all these things that come together. Gabby and I realized that between our strengths, we could really make a difference.
Yeah. Great. No, that's how, the more you partner with people, and just come, everyone starts bringing their skill sets together and build, you can really build something great. So that's
Absolutely.
interesting how that all happened. I mean, it just shows that perhaps it was meant to be.
It
um,
was
so
definitely meant to be.
yeah, Gabby,
Absolutely. Yeah.
were you with us? We're good. Okay. So I had asked.
Yes, I'm
There
not
was
sure what happened. It just went away and then came back.
okay technology. We're gonna work with it.
We
But
are.
Joy was just
Everything's
really
all good.
telling. Yeah, she was just really telling me just what was it for you that made this a passion of yours when it comes
Yeah.
to the food and the growing it, and just the urban farming
Mhm.
component of it. Is this something that you kind of like? What inspired you to just want to start that branch of it in regards to the food gardening?
Yeah. So, I always knew that I wanted to be a lawyer. I was going to school to go to law school and become a judge. And once I started getting into service work, I just knew that this was a greater need. We didn't need any more lawyers. We needed people to do a lot of the work in the community. Um, Especially when I came back home, I just saw a lot of homelessness, a lot of hunger, really bad restaurants, not a lot of grocery stores, things being closed down, and I didn't see those things when as I was growing up because I was sheltered. So I just like, this is what I need to do. I think I was volunteering for a food drive, just collecting food outside of a Walmart one day. And I'm like, it was so far out too. And I'm just like, I need to do this in my community. So I literally got my family together, and you can ask Joy. We always come together for whatever crazy idea one of us has, and we just make it happen. So we all just started collecting food, and passing it around, in some of the parks where the homeless hang out. And then that became much bigger than that. People who actually had homes were fighting hunger and needed food as well. So I created this whole system, got a group of people together, and literally just started giving back food. That's when food access really became a passion of mine, because something so small, something so basic, and people don't have access to it, really kind of hurt my feelings. I'm like, this isn't right. So I created an organization called the Food Place, and Joy and I met, and we formed our passions together. And then it kind of grew from there. So just doing a lot of research on programs that are effective in our community.
Okay.
What people need outside of the food access. You can give people healthy food, but they need to know what to do with it. There's so much more to it. So from that thought and that passion for serving people and making sure people have basic things, it just kind of grew from there into what we're doing now.
Yeah. So it seems like, you see the surface need, like Joy, you see the surface need as far as wellness and exercise, and you see the surface need as far as the food, but also it's a
Hmm.
system to how you can get that going to where it's
Oh,
successful.
yeah.
Like you said, it's not just making sure people have food, showing
Right.
them ways how they can prepare it or how to, garden for their own food accessibility, like that's important too. And the fact that you did research, that kind of creates a little bit more like you're one, this not just be something that lasts for a couple of years. You guys wanted to grow and expand and really reach and change lives. That's kind of
It
what
is
I
so
see from it.
true. And Rashonda, you know better than anyone that it's this empowerment and the confidence that comes with just people feeling like they have some control over their lives. So by going to these low income neighborhoods and turning that light bulb on in people and telling them they can do this, they can do it through fitness, they can do it through nutrition, they can take a small step that can just give them incredible confidence in their life. And so Gabby and I are both really passionate about getting people to smile and to feel confident and understand that they can connect the dots within their life. And we do it
Yeah.
through wellness.
Yeah.
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 We do. I think the difference between for the Fit and Food Connection is that we really see our people as our people, and we see them as humans. We not just a number. We literally just started collecting data and coming up with this sufficient practice for tracking. But we really just look at people as human beings that need the same things we need. They're in a poor neighborhood, they're in a ran down neighborhood, but the people aren't poor. And they deserve food, and they deserve exercise, and they deserve education. So I think that's really what sets us apart, because we have that passion.
Yeah, and that what you just said, like it made me sit up more straight. Because you said the people are not poor, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not poor. They're just in poor conditions, which limits their ability to do some of the things that some other people have that can do. Which they're just as a commodity as any other person. So you guys see past the socioeconomic status or the zip code and really look at these people as someone of value, a human that should have the same ability to be healthy as anyone else.
Absolutely. And just because they live in a food desert or a fitness desert, they don't have access to all these things that so many other people do. It doesn't make them lack desire to get healthy. They still have all the same goals and desires. Like Gabby said, they're people. They just unfortunately, don't have the access that so many other people do in St. Louis.
Yeah. And I think that is something that hopefully more organizations are, this is sounding an alarm from more organizations. But the fact that you two are the ones that kind of are spearheading, putting this component together and really developing these programs, because I'm seeing, your programming just pop up here and there. And even when I went to your board meeting, it's like I learned more about how you guys are continuously tread upward, and you're also bringing in other people. You're like magnetizing other people that see your mission and want to support your mission. When you both started, it was just you two, correct?
Yeah.
And so, kind of there, where has it gone from 2015 so far?
I mean, you want to answer that? So much.
What makes us different is that we're pretty much 98% volunteer based. So since we started several years ago, we now have an amazing small staff, but literally it is our team of angels from all over the world of these volunteers that wake up for St. Louis. And I tell this all the time. I don't know if it's our clients' smiles or these volunteers. We see a beautiful world of giving. We have people from all over the world wake up, whether they're fitness, nutrition, delivery drivers, graphic designers, writers, videographers, you name it. It's this amazing cause that has come together. And at the grassroots, our services are free. We're mostly volunteer based, and we are just a group of givers. I mean, we are running a nonprofit, but at the root of what we do, we're really just people coming together, bringing the community together to help each other.
Yeah. That's great. I mean, that pretty much answers the question of like how other people see your mission, and they see what you have behind it, and how you want to create this impact, and they're falling in place as far as wanting to be a part of it.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like you wanted to say something. I didn't want to cut you. If you had something great to say,
it's all just really surreal from just talking about how we met and where we are now, and being all volunteer. Well, Joy and I, then being all volunteer, and now having a staff, and it's just going to grow so much from here because the need is great. And we stand by that. We have some very strong values behind what we do, and it always comes back to doing the right thing and having a sense of family and community. So when we bring those two together, I just feel like at the root of what we do, it's just going to go so much further than where we are now. So, I mean, our vision, we can see that so clear.
So tell me, you guys speak about being a married couple, and that you have two different, like, from two different places, two different personalities, but somehow they create a more depthness to the organization. So, like, if no one knew you and just wanted to get a feel of your personality, like, what would they say as far as this married couple?
You want to answer that?
I don't know. No. Let me think about that. You answer that one. Oh
I'm
yes, we
always
are a
in a
miracle.
time warp. I think as older people in life are, I'm in a time warp. Like to me, she is my closest girlfriend, but she's really more like my daughter. And so we connect on all these crazy levels. But, I didn't really appreciate until we really started running this business the reality of different personality styles and different work ethics. And every human brings something so different to the table. And it's really important and necessary. And I didn't appreciate it until I met her. And it was like in the beginning, I realized we completely complement each other. First of all, there's so much work to be done that it's just amazing how we delegate, and we couldn't do it without each other. But I'm like the loud verbal cheerleader. There's a time and a place for that. She's this quiet, brilliant doer, social worker. There is such a time and a place for that. So we're at the point now with just great respect that we just have kind of figured it all out, where our strengths are, where our weaknesses are, but opposites absolutely attract. And
Yeah.
Oh
it's
yeah.
just been a beautiful partnership.
Yes.
It's like
And I think
I bring her down, she brings me up. I bring her down, she brings me up. Like it's a
yeah,
balance. It's a balance.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's valuable, to, have that, then recognize each other's strengths and their not so strengths. So you guys can fall in line and continue to grow this. And when you're honest with each other, like, how to communicate better. You can trust each other more because you know how each other works. And I think that's when it comes to the business component, like that's important. Now
Oh
I
yeah.
know that it's always like Gabby, you did a great job of explaining to me, like, what was it that just made you just want to just turn the corner from being a lawyer to just being in the more community realm. Like that was what drove you. um
Yep.
did you just wake up in the morning, Joy, and just say, I just want to help people to work out? Or like, what was it for you that, what was your life experience
I
that
will
really
never
kind of
forget.
opened up this for you?
I know I'll never forget as long as I live sitting at my computer one day. It was out of desperation because my youngest of three children was getting ready to go off to college. And like every person going through their midlife thing, it's like, okay, like, what am I going to do now? I've always been a wellness professional, but I spent my life dedicated to raising these children. And so it came to me. It really was a calling. I thought, I'm passionate about wellness. I've been giving a million blessings in my life. So why not take these blessings and share them with the world and the community? It was just literally somebody put the giving light bulb in my brain. I thought, wow, passion, wellness, low income, giving back, working together. And it was a higher power that forced me to go out and knock on a door one day. But it was really just knowing that I have been given such an abundance of things that it was a calling to share it with
Yeah.
the community. And to this day, Gabby and I both, it is the number one most important thing for us is to bring people together. Doesn't matter who you are, what you are, we are people in this community together. And it's everything we do, we just never forget that. It's the backbone of everything that we do. Is doesn't matter who you are, where you live, what your needs are. Let's come together and help each other and even out our strengths and weaknesses. That's when the best gifts are given. So
It's like, I know, like, everything you guys are saying, all I do is smile because, you just, like, what is it that just makes you don't get tired? You don't get worn out. You don't get discouraged. There's so many different obstacles. I'm sure many times things don't work out the way you particularly want, or some doors may get closed, but that doesn't slow you down. And I think, that's obviously what I see, just in what I do, because the goal is for others, and it's to help create an environment that's helping others to improve in some form of their lives. And I see that when you ladies were talking, like, it's like you couldn't even put a name on it, but for some reason you are just driven to just help create this change. And I feel
yeah.
like the reason why it's so successful, because that's what's coming out of your hearts, and it's probably, I'm sure, it's reflected amongst your volunteers, it's reflected amongst your programs and the people that are in these programs. Like, when these women and these families are working out with Joy, like, I know they're not feeling like it's a show, because I can only imagine the way that Joy is communicating with them, and letting them know she's there 100%. And I mean, even like with you, Gabby, like, you are there every weekend in that kitchen, getting this food together, creating these programs. Like, I'm sure you guys have other parts of your life that does not fit
Oh
food
yeah.
connections, but it seems like you have really taken a chunk of your life and just kind of invested into the community. And now it's being reflected in so many ways right now. And one of the ways, go ahead.
Gabby and I have never talked about the fact that I think we both believe the same thing, and that is treat other people the way you want to be treated. And we said at the very beginning of this, we are not going to fall into politics. We are not going to be takers. We're going to just be true to who we know. And so we kind of built it backwards. We started with the clients, and that's always been our priority. And every day we live with that passion. What if you were them? How would you feel? And it just continues to move us forward every single day and be in their shoes and just want to work so hard toward helping them. And it's just extremely motivating.
I like that. Yeah, but I'm sure you concur.
Oh yeah. Just kind of piggybacking off what you were saying, Rashonda. We that's a part of our culture. When you ask anyone, any volunteer, any staff about the co-directors or the organization, they just say that the culture is fun. Like they respect people, they treat people well, they want to do the right thing, and that's really what it's all about. I truly believe that every person on this earth is put here so that we can serve others, right? We might not know it, but we learn from each other every single day. Things we already knew, and we're adding a little bit of more information to it, things we never thought we knew. We learn from each other every day. And I think some of us just find that passion within and make something of it, right? We go for a specific need, and that's what Joy and I did. We all have that in us to just help someone. We just do it.
Yeah. Well, you're definitely creating a platform for those who want to do something but may not know exactly what it is. The more that people, like you say, it's 90% or 98% volunteer based. So you're not only, I mean, just think about, I didn't think about this until now. You're serving two types of communities. You're creating an opportunity for those who want to give in some shape, form, or fashion, whether it's their time, their money, their skill. And you also be able to turn it into serving others with more of an abundance versus, having some limitations because you don't have the capacity, So you're like, you're hitting both ends at the same time. Not sure if you look at it like that, but that's what I see.
No, and the other thing is that, Gabby and I, we didn't have a million documents to download and start this. We started this from scratch. And so our volunteers are doing this with us. They know if somebody has an idea, if there's a way we can do something better. I mean, this organization really is created by the people and for the people. So it's exciting for our volunteers because we're not really telling them what to do. We're looking for those leaders with just really, serious thoughts that want to make a change, that know that the communication is always open and they can help us. I'd like to do this a better way. We have an idea. And so we're really doing it all together. And the volunteers, I think, really appreciate that.
So as you guys are doing this, like I said, this has been happening almost 5 years. This is your 5th year, right?
Yeah.
2015. So as you guys expanding, I'm sure and it's the biggest goal because the more you expand, the more people you're able to touch and affect. How has it been with collaborating with other companies? I mean, are you finding it that you're fitting a need with some of these larger companies that are looking for this? Or do you feel that how is it now that you're starting to get bigger and people starting to know about you? How has it been building those partnerships and collaborations?
Want me to take a step at that one? So and Joy mentioned this, we just do not do politics. However, we work really well with people in the community, from our volunteers, from our staff, from our participants, clients, to our partners. We work really well with people. We're small. We have room to grow. We're very flexible. So a lot of bigger size nonprofits or agencies really milk that. This is a small nonprofit. They have something really great to give. Let's see how we can work together and address some of the needs in the community. So I mean, we have people, they come and go, or they don't want to work with us. We don't really highlight that, but we really have some amazing partners and really cool people that we work with in the community, and we're proud of that. And for me, I just feel like we we've taken that to another level. We're very resourceful, and before anyone ever gave us a grant, we collaborated with people to put on programs. So a lot of things were just kind of in kind donations,
Okay.
right? Yeah, I mean, Joy, do you want to piggyback off that a little bit? I think we work well with people in the community.
Well, like Rashonda said, we're getting bigger, so more people know about us. So it's just really wonderful. We may have a partner that wants to help us with some grant funding. We may have a partner that works at a low-income housing complex or a senior home, and they need some programming. We may have people that just want to come out and work in the garden with us as partners. So again, it's all these different levels that make it so exciting and so much fun. And I think originally thought that maybe some people were not going to be true partners. We just were a little uncertain of if people could really work together. And we're just learning, and we can talk about, we've just become part of something really cool called Rung, which we can talk about, but it's a group of nonprofits working together to make a difference. And I think just over the years, we've really become really open-minded and positive to the thought that people really do want to work together and help each other. And we work hard to seek out those partners that really can unite with us and work closely with us as one unit.
Yes. And I mean, you're setting, by even collaborating, I can see you're establishing a standard and an expectation because you already have your mission intact. So you would only bring on someone on board, whether, with a mutual benefit, if they're in line with the overall mission behind what you guys are doing. So I feel like, you're probably a greater asset to them because you're establishing like your truths and your values, and it's going to reflect over to how they move forward working with you guys,
Yeah.
Especially considering these times. I do want to highlight that because that's what we're all facing right now. We are dealing with a situation. I don't even want to call it crisis because I don't want to give it that much of a title like that. But this situation that we are dealing with right now, we have a lot of people that have limitations on where they can go. Finding resources that empowering. Seems like I think I read something, Gabby. What is it? Your food assistance and delivery program, is that something that is in conjunction, it was already set in place, or was that something that kind of started happening because of the crisis because our situation we're going through right now with the COVID-19?
No, actually, the food assistance and delivery program, it's a service now. So it was a program. It was one of our original 5 programs.
Okay.
And then as we kind of restructured the organization, we just kind of put all of those programs under 2 categories where we have a wellness side, and it's more kind of like the fitness and nutrition. And then we have our food access, which is kind of the garden and that food assistance and delivery service. So it's always been around. But due to the recent public health issues and outbreaks of the COVID-19, we have, seen a lot of people wanting to volunteer and donate food. So we're really trying to pull from that because we have a wait list, right? We have people that we have to continue to feed. We feed about 55 families every week. Healthy food items. So we're trying to continue that and take some of those people off the wait list, so that they can all have these things that they need. We really focus on food, healthy food, but we are, really trying to get donations, food, monetary, gift cards, so that we can support these families and getting some of the things they need. And they can, try to go out and get them in their own communities, because right now we're seeing things are so limited, right? When you can go to the store, what you can get, how many you can get, cost, and people not having access to it. You can imagine people that don't have access in their communities and having to go super far out and not even being able to do that. So we're just reaching out to everyone to come together to get as much food and donations as possible to get back out to the community.
And can someone just go to the website, or how would they find out like the instructions as to what they need to do if they did want to contribute?
Joy?
Yeah, so they can go to the website. There's a big donate button. They can donate. There is, if They can reach out on our website through our email, and our company phone is there. We also have emails going out every week. We do hold food drives. We put food bins out to collect food. So if there is a company right now that is still actively working, we can use very precautionary procedures to put a bin out there and have collections. Right now, we have 2 bins at our post office box, which is the UPS store on Manchester Road. It's 8816 Manchester Road, and it's 63144. And they can either drop something off there. They can get on Amazon and order anything that is healthy and have it shipped to the PO box. We're actually getting food shipped in, and then it goes directly into our bin. Any donations in any way, shape, or form, financial, food, they can reach out to us, info@fitandfoodconnection.org, or get on our website and just donate. There's many different ways they can reach out to us.
Okay, great. Yes.
Whether
Go ahead.
I would say whether it's through getting involved with all of our free virtual programming now, we've brought so many wonderful things online through our Facebook, or actually just really working hard on our food access program to feed all these people that are either out of their job or need food more than ever. We're just really wanting to work together to help reduce these stress levels and keep food at the forefront of these families.
Yes, I totally believe in that. I'm glad that you've been able to establish an organization where it allows for these different platforms and services to continue to thrive, because right now they're really needed. So outside of the website and the address, the drop off address, what other ways are people going to be able to connect with you guys on social media platforms? How can people find out about you guys and know where you guys are at?
Yeah, we have Facebook, we have an Instagram, we have LinkedIn, and we have a YouTube channel. Did I forget anything, Joy? I think those are all of our social media channels. And you can just search Fit and Food Connection STL, and they will come up.
Great. Okay. Well, I am hoping that given the times, unfortunately, this was a great time to have this particular interview, because not only have you guys been doing this for years, but this is a need that needs to be continuously duplicated and expanded throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area. And hopefully this is something that will kind of expand out. You may have Fit and Food Connection in different states and regions. That'd be great. But I'm very delighted to I knew you guys personally. I'm very delighted to kind of get you guys together and just really have a genuine, fun conversation. I'm learning more about what was your why reason behind your company. So I'm even more excited about just that the fact that I connected with you guys even before all of this, but now that I'm just part of your tribe. So
and
yep.
Thank you, Rashad, for all the work you're doing. Really, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity always to just to keep creating smiles and confidence. We definitely share that passion. So thank you so much for that.
Oh, you're so welcome. Such a pleasure having you ladies on. Again, guys, this is a company here in St. Louis. They're titled Fit and Food Connections. They're all about not just providing exercise and food, but giving you more empowerment, instilling into your lives and helping you to know that this thing called change in the healthy living is one step at a time. So go to their website, learn more about them. You got their 2 co-founders right here, so you know what their mission, their passion is about. What drives them to do this. Be a part of the big movement, and reach out to them for any questions or any way that you want to be a part of it. This is Frishonda Thornton again. Dietitian Against Diets is bigger than just diets. Is about wellness. It's about healthy mindset. It's about healthy living. So let's keep having these conversations and let's thrive through life, being happy, healthy, and flourish as we move on. Thank you guys. Be safe and see you guys soon. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you.